Today's guest needs no introduction. It's Igor Fraga. He's one of the best sim racers in the world, and he's currently in his rookie season in FIA Formula 3. It hasn't been an easy season for Igor, though, but he did just score his first point. I wanted to have him on and talk about what's happening with the team, with the car, what it's like to race during this coronavirus pandemic, his thoughts on GT7, and more. Here's Igor. First of all, congratulations on scoring your very first point in Formula 3. It's been a rough season, so it's a well-deserved point, I think.
Thank you very much. Yeah, how you said, it's been a bit tough, but in every situation, I always try to extract the maximum. And on the Silverstone, I was starting from P18, but then I think it get together with Father's Day in Brazil, and I really wanted, to have that also my first point in there. I really tried to push hard. When the race finished, I was actually kind of how can I say, kind of a bit low because I just missed it, because I finished 11 and it was 1 second away from the first point. But then at the very latest, it came out the news that the car had the penalty, so I got my first point. Is it not how I wish? But at the end, it's the first point, and I was very happy to have it.
Yeah. So I mean, you've had your fair share of mechanical issues so far this season. You've had the car didn't work very well in qualifying in Salzburg, and you had a breakdown at the end of the race in Salzburg, and you had a mechanical failure in the first Silverstone race as well. Is this an issue that the team has been working on, that you've identified it and it's something you've been able to get over?
Yeah, they are always, trying to solve the problem. But then I came in out like other types of problem, like in Salzburg, it was mainly fuel pump and also the master relay, like the cable was broken. And then on the latest in Silverstone was basically the battery that was broken. So yeah, it has been like a little bit of everywhere kind of. But for sure they are trying their best to fix it. And it was a bit unfortunate because in Salzburg we were quite strong there. I think the only top 10 qualified that we had as a team. I mean, it was in Salzburg as well. I had a really good potential to be in there, but for the both qualifying, I was out because of those troubles. So it was a bit unfortunate. Otherwise, it could be a little bit different now.
Yeah. I mean, qualifying has been a particular issue with the Charouz cars so far this year. Like even compared to free practice, the pace is down on the car in qualifying, and it's something that you've mentioned in previous interviews, that it's something that the team needs to work on and get right. Are you confident that you'll be able to put in these better qualifying performances in the next few races and get yourself more points?
Yeah, that's our main goal, and we were really working on it. I think like for the qualifying, the difference between the free practice, it's a little big. I think mainly because maybe all the teams are not fully in attacking mode. I have been racing in all the categories as well, and when the team knows that is good, sometimes they kind of tend to save some performance on the free practice and then boom on the qualifying. And like each team having a three car, it's a very big field. So if one or two team does it, it's already like six cars that you are kind of behind. So it has been pretty tough, but as I said, like we are really working hard on it to try to figure out how we can maximize really the qualifying and give more chance for us to score points in the races.
And speaking of the three-car team, how are you getting on with your teammates, Roman and David? I know you had a good relationship with Liam Lawson back in the Toyota Racing Series. How are you getting on with your new teammates? Are you learning from each other, exchanging data, and getting on and off the track?
Yeah, so like the internal teammate relationship has been good so far. I think we are in a situation that we anyways have to work together and trying to go ahead. There is no point to really kind of trying to get ahead of your teammate at the moment, because you know one thing is if you are fighting for the championship, fighting for the top 10, then the situation can change a little bit. But as we are struggling a lot on the last events, I think it's really important also to trying to combine all the strength together and trying to produce something better.
I mean, aside from your teammates, who would you say is your closest friend on the grid, and who is your biggest rival? Who are you setting your results against? Who are you aiming to beat?
Well, at the moment it's a bit difficult to say, but in every race I'm trying to just give my best for it, trying to score points, of course, and kind of see where I will end up on the championship. There's basically no chance for the how can I say, for the championship, but there is still chance to maybe score a podium, or maybe a win. Who knows? This it's not impossible. So when I enter a race, I always want to give my best for it, and of course, try to win. Even though on the last events, starting quite far back, been able to recover a lot of position during the race. So my mindset will stay the same, and just trying to give my best.
So Igor, when we last spoke in New Zealand, and we had that great dinner, the world has changed so much. It's a completely different place. And so I was curious what it was like for you, when you found out that the season was going to be postponed. Like what happened? What did you do? Like how did you stay prepared to race? What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, so for me, actually, kind of the break that we had between the TRS and the starting of the like real season in FIF3, it didn't went so bad for myself, because I had a bit more time to prepare myself physically. I went back to Brazil, and this was something that I needed to focus on, because on the previous years, like our situation was quite difficult. For example, 2018, my father was my mechanic. I needed to help him to really assistance the car maintenance and everything. So the physical side was kind of on the side, and I knew that in this year, the category is much quicker also than the TRS. The physical side was getting to be tougher, so I really tried to focus on this side, increase my physical performance, and it was also kind of good to spend time with my family, as I don't get much chance to see over the years. So I try to use this time and kind of recharge the batteries for the season.
Yeah, and I saw something. You had some issues actually getting to Europe. Is that correct for the start of the season?
Yeah. Because basically Brazilians are not allowed to kind of travel. Basically, most of the countries are not allowing the Brazilians to travel, because of the numbers of COVID that is having in Brazil, which is quite unfortunate. But yeah, I got a little help from the embassy from Brazil, so they could issue like the authorization, as I'm representing Brazil in like kind of worldwide category. So I could kind of get into Austria, I think 2 weeks before the first racing weekend. So yeah, it was quite how can I say? It was quite tight on the time, and then it was just enough to do some simulator session with the team, and then really go for the first race weekend.
What's it like to actually race in the world of COVID now? I mean, I see these pictures of you, with a face mask in the paddock. How does it change things for you guys racing? Does it make it more difficult? Does it change things at all? What's the environment in the paddock like?
Yeah, so we are very restricted on what we can do as well. We are very splitted on the paddock. Like we are together with F3, F2, F1 is completely other place. Usually there is also Porsche Super Cup, which is also separated. The catering food, like we have all separate tables that we have to be in there, like as a team. So we don't get much contact with other drivers or other team crews because of that. And you always have to keep reminding yourself to wear the mask outside. I mean, going to the paddock and everything. So yeah, it has been a bit different, and we are trying to adapt to that and kind of live with it.
So, I mean, most of our readers and viewers will recognise you from the Gran Turismo World Tour, which obviously hasn't been taking place this year, and you'd have been probably far too busy to be part of this year. Is it something you're looking to do again next year? Are we going to see you back at the live events and see you turning your hand back to Gran Turismo again?
Yeah, hopefully yes. At the end, I really like to play Gran Turismo. Of course, going to to these live events, and at the end, meeting your rivals and everything. It's kind of a good time to spend with all the people that shares love on the Gran Turismo. This year, if the year was going to be normal, like it was going to be split basically in a year, 9 races, 9 racing weekend in FIF3. So there was some gap between the races, and I believe that I was able to compete in one or other events from Gran Turismo, but a lot of things have changed. 9 racing weekend, it become like very very tight. I think in 2 months we are going to do this 9 racing weekend basically. So it has been very very busy, and unfortunately also it's not going to happen. I think the world tour, but yeah, if when the things start to be kind of back to normal, for sure, if I can, I want to be back in these events.
Well, of course, GT7 was just recently revealed. I'm sure you've seen the trailer. What did you think about that?
Well, it brings a lot of how can I say, a lot of memories. Just starting with Trail Mountain Clip. A track that I played a lot on the All Day Gran Turismo. So having also the menu kind of Gran Turismo 4 style, but more let's say technologic, with more details and everything. It makes me really excited for the next title.
Have you got any inside information you could share?
I can't. Actually, I don't have, because basically, as a competitor of the Gran Turismo, World Tours events and everything, they don't basically let me know everything that is going on with the new titles and stuff. So I kind of get here and watching, just like you guys, and waiting anxiously for the next title.
Well, I have one question to round out the interview, Igor, and that is, where did you get that cool Gran Turismo face mask?
It's actually a custom made, so we made it all in Brazil because they were being, how can I say, yeah, there's a lot of like custom masks being made in Brazil as well. So we made some different models, and actually I think it looks quite cool.
Yes, it
Yeah.
absolutely does.
I
Quite
mean,
cool.
Lewis Hamilton's only got his Gran Turismo hat. You've got the face mask.
Oh, well, Igor, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to catch up with you. And, congratulations once again on scoring that point. I'm
Yeah.
really happy for you, and I'm sure it'll be the first of many.
Yes, hopefully yes, and for sure we are from here working really hard to get more points as well. I really appreciate everyone that has been supporting me through social medias and stuff. I really receiving a lot of messages from them, supporting me. So it's very nice to see that. I do really appreciate, and also I'm very thankful to Gran Turismo, of course, to make this kind of possible. And yeah, thank for my all sponsors, and also for you guys that has been always supporting me in a way. It's really nice. So thank you very much.
Well, thanks for chatting with us, Igor, and I'm sure
Yep.
we will talk to you again soon.
Hopefully, yes. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Stay safe, Igor,
And good luck.
and good luck.
Yeah, stay safe. Stay safe, guys. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.